So we're getting back here. We're getting up and ready. We have a Boston versus Chicago game here. Be interesting to see what happens here. Referee's getting everybody ready here. We'll have kickoff very shortly. And the ball's up in the air. And Boston takes possession of the ball right off the start. Chicago says no and takes it back. We have that's Darren Bridges on the ball again there. He just played very well in the last game. Here we go. Chicago's on the attack coming out of their back line. Ball up in and Boston takes possession of the ball. We have Eamon Kelly coming in here. Eamon's going to comment on the Boston side of things. Eamon, it's good to see you.
How you doing, John?
Not too bad. Great to see this minor tournament that your youth board has put together. It's very exciting and interesting stuff.
Well, this is exactly what we're looking for. We have 3 very good competitive teams here right now. And they're going to get loads of football. There's a score there now for St. Brendan's.
It's a nice score.
The number 7, Connor Kelly.
We've got Chicago getting ready for the kick out here. Nice ball out. The wind definitely a factor out there today, Eamon.
Big time, yeah. I'd say hopefully we'll be looking for a few 2-pointers now when we get the one behind us. So the boys are moving the ball well now. Liam Boyce is on it right now. Free in. St. Brendan's got a free in there. Well done, that's Teddy O'Driscoll.
Is that Connor Kelly going to take the free?
Yeah, I think he's outside the arc here. So,
yep. Let's see. Connor would play up there with. He's a good player. I've watched him in the CYC and stuff. Good footballer. Was that a score?
Yeah.
Lovely score too, Eamon. That's a proud father moment for you there, Eamon.
Well, it's early days. We'll wait on the kick out here now. So the one's behind the goalie, so she'll take a
see what the kick out's like for Chicago.
Just over the head of Aidan Hawk.
That's Dermot Fennessy there, got the ball there for Chicago. Chicago looking up for their options. That's Danny O'Donovan. I remember tried out with the USJ junior team. Fine footballer, that young lad.
Very good actually, and Danny actually played with St. Brendan's on a couple of CYCs down the years, so they're very familiar with Danny.
Big factor for Chicago in the last game, so he was.
Yeah, he come on then. He played very well.
Ball kicked in short. Yeah. Now we'll have Boston bringing the ball out from the
Liam O'Driscoll now is passing her out now.
Dermot Fennessy kicks the ball in there for Chicago to Danny O'Donovan. Oh, a good lovely score. Strong leg in that young lad. Boston taking the ball out here.
Liam Boyce here coming now. Good pass out here to Owen Tracy. Lost his foot, and Ryan Nugent now. Number 9 is on the ball, controlling it well.
Chicago closing in on them.
Good ball.
Good ball moving out of Boston up there. Chicago not making it easy though. That's Connor on the ball again. Chicago
short now into the goalie's hand now.
And here we go. Boston gets that ball back from the goalie's kick there.
Gavin Morrissey now swinging it out there. Liam O'Driscoll now settling it down.
It's good out into space.
Yeah. Aidan Hawk back out. Connor.
Lovely point out of Connor there. Is that 2 points for Connor so far?
No, I think that's the third.
Is that the third one for Connor?
Yeah.
Chicago's kick out. Right up the middle.
Now again.
Yep. And Chicago gets that ball. And that's Fennessy on the ball. And he finds Cormac McEwen. Cormac running right up the sideline. Donny O'Donovan on the ball from Chicago. Twist, turns, finds his way up in. He's looking for options. Nice swing across the field. He gets it to Chicago on wide ball. Chicago's definitely getting their chances though.
Absolutely. You know, they're playing with the one there, so they're using the one to their benefit. Kicked out there now by Terry. Liam O'Driscoll gathered it good, well, one kick out. And Benny McGill back to Liam Boyce.
Lovely ball movement there out of Boston.
Hayden Hawk. Good ball onto Gavin Morrissey. Oh, well tackled. And a good score.
Lovely score. That's the way to do it right there.
That's young Ryder scored that goal.
And Chicago's going for the quicker kick out here. That wind's hard to judge though, right over his head. Boston looking around their options there on the outside. It's falling a little bit short.
Short there from Liam O'Driscoll. Back out to kick out now. Too many St. Brendan's there, so they're settling it down right now.
And even you're the vice chairman there of the USJ minor board. You'd be very happy, I suppose, with what you have put together here, and it's a good avenue for suppose the USJ Junior All Ireland team management we were talking about there in the last game.
Yes, and you know, we tried this last year, and it's just like it's baby steps here. We tried it last year, we didn't get up and running, but we give it a rattle again this year. So don't forget now, we have 3 ladies teams over here on the other field as well. So you're talking 75, 80 kids here on this weekend to Chicago at minor level. So it's something that we hope it'll grow in the years to come and maybe move city to city, that some boys will not be travelling all the time, but it's just something to keep these boys involved.
Yeah, and like you said, having the 3 ladies teams as well is phenomenal over there on the other field. Boston's coming in well here.
Gavin, good save.
Chicago goalie makes a great save there, because I thought that was a goal for sure.
Yeah, Gavin Morrissey there. Very good football guy. Just keeper really done well.
Now, you were saying you were trying to get this up and running last year, but I think you got good buy-in this year. You know what I mean? You have Chicago here, you have Boston here, and then you have kind of a team of assortment of cities from the Midwest then put in as well. Like, you know, and you expect to see other teams next year, like, you know?
Yeah, well, the huge thing here is this Midwest team, guys, because you're talking about another team in CYC, hopefully coming from the Midwest for the first time.
100%.
So it's
lovely ball in. What's going to happen here? Definitely a wind factor there and stopping that ball going all the way over. Chicago's putting up a good fight here, though, on the inside there. And referee says it's a Chicago ball on the way out.
Yeah. And it was a free out there. The player done very well.
Here we have Chicago going out with the ball, breaks through a tackle. This lad was noticeable there. That's Darren Bridges there on the ball again. Very noticeable in the last game. Making sure he's noticing this one.
Well done. Ryan Nugent gather up the loose ball.
Yeah. Here we go. Chicago on the attack again. Getting it up there to number 12 from Chicago, Finn Redmond. Boston takes it back.
That's brother to brother there. Teddy O'Driscoll right to Liam. Liam Boyce now is on the ball. It's about 30 there now, but still they're fighting for it.
Your Boston lads look like they're fit. You must have been training for a while there, Eamon, have you?
Well, they are. They're getting together, but they play a lot of other sports. So it's,
there we go. Chicago on the ball here, going up. There's Donny on the ball again. He's looking for his options. Nice hand pass over. He has the cuteness, you know.
He has, but that number 2 there, Ryan McGinty, a very cute player as well. That's sticking to him, and he's keeping him off his game because he knows if he lets Ryan go, or lets
Let
Danny go, it's going to be
trouble.
Yeah.
And there we go. We've number 5, Cormac McEwen there.
Well, one
Chicago.
again. That was Ryan McGinty broke that up.
It's nice display of football going on here.
Absolutely, it's.
Using the full width and depth of the field there.
Connor Kelly's been cornered on there now. That's all right. A free overcarry. The ref done him for.
And we have Chicago here now getting the ball. So we've seen you have 2 of the new rules enacted here. You have the solo and go, and on the 2 point we're trying out here today within the USJ minors.
Yeah, and plus actually I see we're using the 2 midfielders for the throw on.
Yes.
So.
In the last game there, the solo and go was used a few times, and definitely was to the team's advantage.
Yeah. And again, this is all about getting them used to these new rules. I think the CYC this year is definitely under 18s, and strong possibility the 16s will be the same.
Yeah, the solo and go definitely a rule I personally like. It speeds the game up. It's class. I think it's a great rule.
Definitely, it's the game is, and it's given another option. Your defenders has to be thinking on 8 steps forward rather than being able to tackle right away. Yeah. That's Ryan McGinty there now, which Ryan actually a very good runner as well.
Yeah, great carrier of the ball there. Chicago's they're doing their job. They're staying in there. They're keeping the boys out to the outside of the 40-meter arc there. But
gnarly wide
wind
there
the factor there on that one.
Liam Boyce just curled to the right and wide. So I hope Brendan's going to
Chicago
go.
kick out. Goes short. That wind, I guess, the darn Bridges. Doesn't kick it out far enough. No. Boston was trying to the solo and go there.
Yeah.
There he goes. Referee's calling it back. Something he's not happy with there, Eamon.
Yeah, Liam O'Driscoll tried to take off. I don't know exactly what went on there now, but I think she's coming out now. We'll be getting a left-footed kicker here over on that side.
Is he a left-footed kicker?
No, Liam will actually be a right-footed, but Connor Kelly now will be.
He's the left-foot man.
Yeah. So now they're going. Maybe the ref's giving a hot ball here.
Looks like it might be a hot ball. Yeah, he's going to do a hot ball. Lovely grab of the ball.
A free
in, and a free in for Boston. Connor will take this one. Lining up, judging the wind, getting ready for his free. Pops it over nicely. Lovely point there out of Connor. Would Mary be watching at home, Eamon?
I'm sure she is, yeah. There's a good excitement with football.
We'll have to say hello to Mary then if she's sitting at home watching the game.
Yeah.
Letting you off on another GAA weekend.
I see you brought your wife with you this weekend, John.
I did.
So the companionship of ourselves too will be divided a little this weekend.
We'll be behaving. And Chicago on the attack here. We have number 5 from Chicago, Cormac McEwen.
Well done.
Boston standing strong there in the middle and the backs.
Ryan Nugent definitely holding that spot well.
Dermot Fennessy from Chicago on the ball. He's been noticeable. He's a solid footballer. He gets it back again. Just misses that kick. And on the ground.
There's your solo and go used there now by Liam O'Driscoll. So he opened up the whole game now. That's a prime example.
You can really catch the other players off guard on that.
He's a few.
He's holding the ball well. He's taking it up there.
Yeah.
And
free and
the referee will definitely be awarding a free in there. It's handy having a left-footed free taker on your team. It's not easy to find.
It is. We're blessed with that. We have a couple of left-footed players. I know our older All-American teams are homegrown. We're finding that a harder spot to fill, as you can know.
Yeah. And the referee takes the ball back. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on here. Sun's starting to show itself here in the Windy City. Okay. Okay. I'm not too sure what's going on here.
You actually changed the free. I don't
changed
know.
the free, and you can see there Connor very smartly hands the ball to Chicago. That's another part of the new rules with the descent. You have to hand the ball off to the opposing player.
Yeah, and you know what? There has to be a bit of respect in the game.
There does, 100%.
And it definitely has to come onto the underage because there's a lot of geniuses out there that.
Chicago's doing well here now, moving the ball up. They've got it into their forward line. This is what we need to see here. And unfortunately, he just needs to get that up a little bit higher. And Boston coming out with the ball. Number 5 for Cormac McEwen there for Chicago.
And he slipped it down. Boyce was there to pick it up, young Liam Boyce. Benny McGill on her now. Moving it. Come on, Gavin Morrissey.
Chicago getting themselves back here to try and get into the defensive structure. Get some men behind the ball. Good ball movement though. Can Chicago stop this? Yes. Yeah. And Chicago does their job. Gets possession of the ball. Swings it across the field. Can we get to it on time? Yes. Chicago has the ball. Young Donny O'Donovan on the ball here. Yes, he's looking for the give and go. Is he going to look across the field? Can he see it across the field here?
He can.
Yeah, here we go. Chicago moving up there well. Tony Murphy.
Yeah, good call
by the referee. An overcarry, was it?
Good call,
overcarry.
Referee.
It's unfortunate because Chicago just lined themselves up well there.
Good, well done. The goalie there picked out Liam Boyce there running. Boyce is moving all the time. He's full of energy.
We'll miss our old friend John Quinn here in the box. Would we normally be listening to him?
Exactly. Well, I don't think we'll be filling his boots.
I don't think he'll be losing his job this weekend anyway.
He's fine.
Maybe boys like us will make him a little bit more appreciated. There you go. Chicago moving the ball up. Boston gets possession back. Darren Bridges playing strong.
Connor Kelly tackled well now. They won the ball back, and now he's got a free, but he's against the one here. No way.
He takes the swing at it anyway.
Yeah, too far out against the one.
Well, against the wind, yeah. Okay, Chicago ball out to the sideline. Can they keep it in play? And he does keep it in play.
No. The linesman's seen it now.
Linesman says no.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think that ball went out, but the linesman definitely has a better view than I do. Boston on the attack here again. Two of the powerhouses of the Irish cities here, with Boston and Chicago playing each other.
Yeah. And this being a club team here, just St. Brandon's, it shows good strength for them to be able to send out these bunch of guys, you know.
Yeah, great commitment out of St. Brandon's here to get out here and represent the Boston contingent well.
But a lot of these teams, they're probably playing together now for the first time this year, and I think as the day goes on, you could see a bit of better games,
Oh, 100%.
Because they're full of beans right now, and they're going to relax and get into their positions better. Liam O'Driscoll stepping up now to take this free. He hit her well. Oh,
she
yeah.
dropped- Oh,
yeah.
I think it's a goal. Does
No,
he get a goal?
she goes over.
Oh, it went over the bar.
The goalie let
I
her
just seen
over.
it hit the net back there, but that was a well taken free.
Yeah, that's
Against
Liam.
the wind there,
yeah,
too.
and Liam's a right-footed free taker, you know. He has been for a long time.
Chicago's ball out. Can Chicago get it? Yes. Chicago driving up the field, looking for Tony Murphy on the ball, and Tony
Big
gets it
ball.
up into the forwards. Tony gets back on the ball again, and see finds Donny, and Chicago and Donny swings it. And
Yeah.
Yes, and Donny
Danny
gets a
got you over
point.
the bar. Danny doesn't need a lot of room now if he gets.
He does not need a lot of room. Like I said, we seen that. He'll definitely be some of the up and coming talent. I would think the Junior All Ireland management team will be looking at.
Absolutely, I think actually.
And that's
next
why
year,
this is
next year he'll be eligible.
Yeah, and that's why this is a great opportunity for these lads here to be looked at for the future for that team. Boston's moving the ball very well. St Brendan's up the field here.
Yeah, well, Enoch just lost possession, but
Yeah.
he slowed down the game.
Yeah.
He's done fine.
Chicago now jumping on the ball. You have Danny Barch on the ball to Danny O'Donovan. He finds Cormac McEwen. Cormac's coming up. They're taking their time. Danny's looking up to see who can he find here. Hand pass across the field to Johnny Cunningham. They're out on the far side of the field there. Johnny Cunningham's in. He's got his opportunity here. Can Danny finish the ball? And Danny does, Danny. Johnny Cunningham puts the ball in the back of the net.
He done all the work and he never stopped. You know,
He never
kept
stopped.
going,
He came
yeah.
all the way up the field.
So now we have a 6 points to 1-2.
Close game. There's only a kick of the ball in, or you can't get any closer.
Yeah.
It's the finest of margins, as the greats would say.
Yes, and that's what we're after. Well done.
Yes.
A great one by Aidan Hawk.
Yeah. Connor Kelly on the ball. He swings it.
Oh, bad pass.
Gets.
Half time, he got saved by the bell.
What do you think of that, Eamon? Nice display of football.
Absolutely here. Now, this is a team that Chicago's just after playing 40 minutes of football and they're coming straight back out. And that was a very well. They held up. You know, Brendan's probably did get away on them a bit there the first half, or in the start of the first half. But look, they settled down. They made it happen. And now we have a good ball game.
Yeah, Chicago found their foot in there. With a couple of key players get in there. And that goal was definitely clutch for them there right before the end of the first half there.
Yeah, I just think now, maybe coming into the next half with the one, they'll need to be controlling. The one is definitely a factor out there.
Chicago's taken into the dressing room, and St Brendan's here right in front of us, coming together with their. Is that Patter and Paul Boyce there, the management panel for the weekend for them?
Yes, and Eddie O'Driscoll Stringy there, and Paul done a lot of work to get this together. He's chairman of St Brendan's, and he put a lot of work on for this weekend.
Listen, these are the people you see at all the CYCs doing all the work with the youth and stuff. So, like I said, they're good men. I think with that there, then Eamon, that'll do us, and we'll come back for the second half.
Thank you very much, lads. Thanks, Merritt.
So it looks like we're getting ready to get started here again. Closest to margins in this game, we have St. Brendan's of Boston there with 6 points, and we have the Chicago team with 1-2. Can't get any closer.
You can't get any closer now to see where we'll go here. This one now to see can Brendan's use the one to their benefit. I would like to see a couple of 2-pointers maybe here now that we have the one. So
yeah, if they can harness the wind here in this area, they could definitely be very dangerous.
yeah, but and again, Chicago here's defending well. You know, they're sticking with their men. I think they actually have an extra man back this time.
Well, it's like you said, you know, they came out there after playing 40 minutes of football there, so you know it's always tight whenever you get your legs tightened up a little bit and you got to come right back out and play again. So they're playing here with a new rule with the midfielders as well here, where the 2 lads out in the end line and 2 lads in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I think our Aiden might have to step back a little to this.
He's not right. He's not right at the end.
He's not. In fairness, the Chicago lads.
Referee Hud Wilkins out there.
Yeah.
He's getting ready for get the ball rolling again.
So the referee's getting them on.
Yeah, he's getting them back to the end lines here. And the ball is in. Yeah. And Boston taking possession from the throw in.
Yeah.
Moving up, looking for his options.
Good ball on to Benny.
Oh, Chicago goalie comes out, does his job well. He's taking it off up the field. He's got it to moving it right up. He gets possession again. Chicago goalie on the ball. Tries it up the field.
Yes. Ryan McGinty there.
Chicago not making it easy for Boston here. And this ball could be dangerous. You don't know what will happen with this ball.
They kicked it out for 45.
Yes. Probably the best options in that circumstance.
Yeah, well, he can have 2 defenders there with him, but we'll go back to 45 here now to see can we see what the one takes it. Liam O'Driscoll's going to take this 45.
Liam O'Driscoll on the 45s. Lining her up here. Ball's in. Right through the
defender,
hands.
yeah, give another
That'll be another
45.
one.
The defender, she was going wide. The defender should have let her go on.
Looking for the short kick.
Well run by.
Big ball for a big score.
Yeah, well done. That's Ryan Nugent. Give him an option.
Potter will be happy with that down there, will he?
Yeah.
Chicago kicking the ball in.
I'll tell you, the Chicago goalie is a good kick out.
He does. He gets that over to Finn. Chicago looking for options.
Give us some bad pass out for another 45.
But I'm sure that definitely wasn't the intent.
No.
And Chicago will be lining up here to defend another 45. Hud's marking the spot there. Who's that on the number 11 there, aiming for St. Brendan's?
That's Liam O'Driscoll again.
Strong fella. Finds his man. And ball goes wide. This will be Chicago's opportunity now.
Yeah, Terry O'Driscoll there now kicked her low and wide.
Chicago goalie he has a nice kick out. He gets the ball right up the middle. He's looking over to the wing here this time. And Chicago looking for their options here. Tony Murphy on the ball. Over to number 3 for Chicago. Chicago definitely using the field to their advantage here.
Yeah, pushing the back.
That's a free. Do you think the solo on goal will be used here? To go with a free. Up to Donny Donovan. Donny looking for his options. Coming along on the field. With Dermot Fennessy. Dermot's been all over the field there the last couple of games. Very good footballer. Donny looking for his options. Connor Kelly marking him. That's it. Connor's not giving anything away here. He's not making this easy for Donny, that's for sure. With Darren Bridges on the ball. He's got space. Run up there. Darren looking for his options.
Oh, well intercepted there by Liam Boyce. To walk her up again.
Boston using the full width of the field here on this. Definitely on the attack here. And we have number 2 from Chicago.
Pushing the back there.
Solo and go right off the bat. Chicago getting stuck in. Free to St. Brendan's of Boston. Is that Connor Kelly there out there on the ball? No.
Liam O'Driscoll there.
Nice point. He just puts that right where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Chicago coming up, getting ready for their kick out.
Oh, and the goalie slips, but I tell you, he still got it right.
He still got it where it's supposed to be, yeah.
A bit of a collision there, nothing intentional.
Referee Hud Wilkins just talking there to number 4 for Chicago.
Yeah.
Ball's in. Connor Kelly's on the ball. Fights off a tackle. Chicago watching him. And the referee gives the free, and he was right there.
Yeah, it was well won free. It's inside the arc.
Connor's dead strong on the ball under pressure. Getting lined up, getting ready here. And that's just inside the arc there.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. There we go.
Yeah,
another lovely score. I mean, that would very easily have been, if that was outside the arc, I think that still would have went over him and it had the distance.
Yeah, the one was behind it there. It was over carrying, yeah.
Referee wants to check on here, young fella from Chicago here. Needs a bit more attention.
I think he got it in the leg there, you know, it's on the muscle.
Number 4 for Chicago. Paul Boyce out there from St. Brendan's just looking a little bit of clarification there. Everybody happy enough to keep moving. Manis is on there also from Chicago. We have Connor Kelly here. He's outside the arc in this one. This could be an opportunity here for a 2-point score in Chicago Gaelic Park. I was talking to Gareth Fitzsimons there, and I don't think there's been a 2-point score here yet in Gaelic Park. So this could be the first history could be made here. And it was just wide. We were looking for history there even on that one, huh?
Yeah.
First man to score a 2-pointer in Gaelic Park.
Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah, the distance all right now, but it just went for the wrong post.
And Chicago's kick out. Chicago takes the ball.
Well done, Liam Boyce.
Yeah. Bit of a fight for the ball there. Things are getting scrappy out there. And free given.
Right, he's give the ball on.
Yeah, referee wants that ball back. Let's see, the referee's over there. He's sending the managers back to the sideline. We've seen the managers come in there for clarification, but they were sent back to where they came from.
Yeah.
We all need a little clarification every now and again, huh?
Yeah. Good word for it.
We could call it passionate as well.
Yeah. There's definitely passion out there in the sidelines today.
Yeah, but still at the same time, we don't want it to roll out on the players.
Yeah. Looks like everything's been calmed down and we're getting ready for the free here. Bit of movement around the field. A lot of eager lads looking for this ball.
Well, the ref's still over talking to
Yes.
the management of the Chicago team, so the play will not start until such time.
Okay, referee says we're ready to go. And here we go, ball in. Short one. Chicago. Oh, an overcarrying on that one.
A big call right there now.
Referee says Chicago ball from an overcarry.
So everybody's getting man on man again here. See what?
Nice kick up. Can he run onto that ball? Can he get that? Chicago pick up
I'd
that
say
ball?
that was clean off the ground.
Yes,
there.
number 5, Cormac McEwen. And that was, I think that's Dermot Fennessy over in the far end. Was that number 9 for Chicago?
We don't know if he got the free or he took off.
Oh,
All right.
could have been dangerous. Just didn't work out for Chicago there, but Chicago keeping the fight up. So the score is 9 points to St. Brendan's Boston, the 1-2 to Chicago. So we got 4 points in this game. A couple of 2-pointers, even, and they'll be right back in it.
Exactly.
Nice grab of the ball there by St. Brendan's. And Chicago, Darren Bridges. Chicago's up in the middle of the field here, number 10. Who's he looking for? And Chicago's on the attack. He finds number 12, Finn Redmond.
Well done there by Ryder. Yeah, he won us free, nice and steady.
But at times this game's starting to get a little chippy there, even.
Yeah. That's all right. Now they're opening it up
They're
again.
definitely passionate out there in the field. Both teams want to win. That's number 3 from Chicago, gives up the free.
Yeah.
The push in the back there. What's this in Brendan's free taker going to do? It looks like he wants to swing it here. And we have a big free taken. Was that a score?
No, she went wide. To
No,
the right and
went wide. That was another opportunity for the first 2 point in Gaelic Park. The wind is howling out there.
Exactly. Oh, there's a strong breeze.
If there's a day to get a 2-pointer, it'd be today. St. Brendan's would have the wind with them here in this half. Darren Bridges on the ball.
He seems to be picking up a lot of balls.
Strong fellow on the football.
Yeah. Eden Hawk's giving him all he wants. Yes. That's a free out. That's fine. Good call by the ref.
Good call by the referee. Darren Bridges looks like the free taker. Solo and go. Going up the field uncontested here at the minute. Looks off to his teammate. I'd say, there could be times here where these jerseys are maybe clashing a little bit there. It looked like that was a clash pass, Yeah,
and it's just getting used to the.
Number 10 for Chicago
Yeah.
up in there. Number 3 doing his best to stop any type of scoring opportunity.
Free and again for Brendan's. So
The
it's your
referee's
lead.
earning his wages out here today.
He's definitely. Yeah, hey, listen, it's the start of the season. These boys is rusty in some ways now, but Liam O'Driscoll stepping up to this to take it over and
Yep,
kick it
and the
clean
point
over the
is
bar.
given.
Yeah,
I would think they would say right over the sweet spot in that
Yes.
circumstance.
Hamill, Brendan's has to face it up here now because definitely.
Chicago goalie kicks it
yeah,
out.
they're one in their
Danny
kickouts.
O'Donovan putting the work in to go
Yeah.
get that ball.
They're definitely one in their
Yeah.
kick out. Chicago, they're finding it hard to get it up the field
That's
afterwards.
Danny Bartz there, number 11 for Chicago over there.
It's a bit of confusion with it's a free or it's, you know what I mean?
Solo and goal and stuff.
Yeah.
So if Chicago on the ball there, number 18, Johnny Cunningham again. Number 14 for
Goal is
Chicago there,
coming.
Matthew Dolan. And 19.
Oh.
Oh, it was right there for the taking.
I think
That
there's
was
a,
Cormac Dalton there.
I think there's a great scene in Chicago for that one.
There is. I was making sure I
Yeah,
didn't repeat it.
Yeah, we'll leave it to the master himself for that one.
These are kids, right?
Yeah.
Boston kick out. I think what's in Brendan's very good at here is using the width and the depth. We've heard Pat O'Shea talk about it to the county team many times, pulling out the width and the depth of the field. Chicago almost got their hands in on that. Chicago back stepping up here. Number 8, Tony Murphy. St. Brendan's free in. The referee having a talk with number 4 for Chicago.
I think it's a free that you could take back out again, right? Yeah, because he's right on the line of the
Yeah.
arc anyway. So
Let's see what the referee has to say here. And that's he's talking to Tony Murphy there from Chicago. Connor Kelly on the ball. Looks like he's tapping outside the arc. He's looking to be the first man. Let's see if today's the day. The conditions are good for it. See, what do we got here? She cut it in.
he got her.
He got her. I think that would be the first man in Gaelic Park to get a 2-point score.
Yeah, I think that was.
We'll have to verify that with
Well,
Gareth Fitzsimons
yeah,
here
well,
shortly. Go down in the history books on that. Chicago kick
Listen,
out to
kick
Darren
again.
Bridges.
Yeah, Bridges is one of a few kickouts
He
on there.
is. He's definitely a factor out there in the field. He's making
Yeah.
himself a big presence.
They're one in their kickouts now, Chicago, but they're having trouble getting it past the halfway line. They're sitting in on it now. Now,
Yeah. Chicago wants that ball. Lets
Yeah,
it go out over
yeah.
the line. The boys having a conversation with each other down
Yeah.
there. Getting to know each other a little bit better. And
so
sideline
it's a
ball,
line
right? Okay, Chicago sideline ball going in. Or going out, I suppose.
Ah, boys, you just,
That's it. Chicago gets possession of the ball, and this lad Dermot Fennessy,
Yeah.
he's been visual today.
and he took the
Darren
solo and goal.
Bridges finds the goalie. The goalie comes all the way up. The number 1 for Chicago is up there, and he's dragged to the ground.
So does Chicago have their left-footed free taker now, or they're going to go?
The
See the time starting to tick down
That-
too for them.
So that's a free going the other way. Was that from a hand pass there? Right. Okay. St. Brendan's Boston has the ball now. They're going back out of their
Right.
half back line. Find Connor Kelly around the middle of the field there. Connor very comfortable on the ball.
Oh,
Running up. Darren Bridges. Wants that ball.
we're going to give it a free in
It's the
again.
referee verdict on this one. And
I think it's a
the
booking.
referee making a notation here for number 7, Connor Kelly, with a black card.
It's a kind of a call that would.
I'm not really sure about, but that's why I'm not a referee.
Yes. Well, he's the boss in the middle of the field.
That's
so
right. Number 5 for Chicago. Going up the field, that's Cormac McEwen. And Boston comes out of that with the ball. So Boston playing a man down for 10 minutes. I don't think there was 10 minutes left in the
No.
half, was there? So they'll play a man down for the rest of the game.
This young Riley here has definitely the potential to make a footballer, and he won his
Yeah.
line ball.
Chicago putting in good effort here to try to stop the St. Brendan's offense moving forward. St. Brendan's forwards. See what, and the goalie
I
makes
think the
a.
goalie would have switched the goalies here, so
Is that what has happened?
yeah. So they just
So the goalie is the goalie there that was playing for Chicago has become an outfield player. They have a new player in goals down there wearing the blue shirt. Or no, wearing. Yeah, so they brought the goalie out onto the field as a player.
and he definitely has played outfield before. It's not
Yeah.
his first time.
Yeah, that's one of the new rules under the descent. Okay, throw
Oh, so
ball.
throw ball here now. And the goalie is okay. It
Yeah.
fell well.
Yeah,
He could get his free
yeah,
in there.
they've got the free. St. Brendan's. Who's that number 6 player for St. Brendan's there?
That's Teddy O'Driscoll.
Yeah, he won that well there.
Yeah.
And Boston swinging. And a Boston point.
Good score by
Looking
Ryan
very
Nugent.
good.
So it's 13 points to 1-2.
Boston at this point starting to pull away a little bit in
Yeah.
this game. I mean, it was very even coming in there at the end of the first half, at the start of the second half.
This kick
But-
out every time they're
Yeah, this is that's Fantasy, Dermot Fantasy that definitely made himself a factor in the game. So
game
even-
over.
game over. Boston gets the win on that. They'll be happy with that. You just flew in this morning, is that right?
We did, yeah. We had the 6:20 flight out of Boston. A very good flight was good, and landing to Boston came straight here to Gaelic Park. So,
That's a solid commitment there, coming in there in the morning off.
well, I'll tell you, all these lads here, you know, they're playing since they were under 6.
You're obviously very confident in the airlines. Flying in the day of the game.
Well, hey, we were southwest into Midway, so it's always it's always very reliable. I always thought, anyway, and then the distance to come here.
So good,
From
look, a
Midway.
good strong game there, a good camaraderie after the game. You see the lads all shaking hands.
Yeah,
Listen, they were all out there trying to get a win, you know.
Listen, lads, they're 16, 17, maybe 18, some of them. They're going to be high-blooded, and they need a bit of that as well. So,
Our
Listen,
next
we're looking
game is
forward
what,
to-
Boston against the Midwest then?
yeah, so now you have the two winners up against each other. So it's going to be
Interesting
it's going to
game.
be a battle now, and Boston has the
The win.
downside of just
Yeah.
after playing a game,
Yep.
but Chicago had to come out and do that. So everybody's getting.
Okay, well, we'll tune back in then for the Boston Midwest.